we enjoyed some rain that we actually needed. Thankfully, no flooding in this area at least. But what can we expect for the rest of the evening and into tomorrow?
Well, thankfully we're done with the rain for today. That's the good news. We had some thunderstorms move through. You could hear those rumbles of thunder too. It was actually a pretty active day from that respect, of course. And now everything is quiet. We start with a live look from Lancaster because that was one of the counties that had a little bit more in terms of activity. And you'll see that in just a second. The satellite and radar to show you not anything going on. In fact, we are in the clear. What you're seeing right here is what is called the radar's clear air mode, which is that's just the way it operates. It's not actually rain falling. It's just, picking up backscattering and stuff like that. Rain totals wise, it really was the eastern half of the mid-state and PA. And some of us did manage to get over 3 inches of rain. So we did get some heavier totals. It was very hit or miss though. And you can see a lot of drier patches in the mid-state as well. Harrisburg itself, kind of a hodgepodge there. On the temperature side of things, if you managed to tap into one of these rooms, you got to enjoy some rain-cooled air. Now, we're all evening out overnight, but during the day, a little bit of variation. Some in the 70s, some in the 80s, currently sitting in the mid to low 70s throughout from Mannheim to Gettysburg and all sorts of places. Our high, we did manage to break 90 before those storms actually made it through the area. So above average, but the next few days, I think you're going to enjoy. They are warm, but not as warm as we've seen recently. Lows will be pretty mild out the door, 73, 72 degrees. That cold front, once it pushes through, is actually going to do us a favor and drop those dew points a little bit. So yes, the high is going to be maybe 87, 88, 89, but the dew points are going to be much lower. And so that's really going to be something to take into account. There is still a chance for some stray showers and storms Thursday. Now that's going to be mainly in the afternoon, maybe early evening. As you can see here, just kind of this bubbly activity when you reach that peak heating time of day and you get that convective instability. Beyond that, we're expecting dry conditions for the weekend. The only other thing I want to point out here, Tropical Storm Erin, which is churning over the Atlantic right now, that is going to be something to watch. Now, at the moment, and I've looked at the models, not anticipating any land impacts, certainly for here. And you can see that curvature up to the north and to the west. It's going to be a major hurricane by the time it starts heading towards the Bahamas. But for us in the mid-state, the name of the game, temperatures staying in the upper 80s the next few days, getting into the 90s by Sunday, and then look at that downward trend next week. There is some hope for another cool down, another cold front. We just got to get a little bit of an unsettled start out of the way and then back to the nicer weather.
All right. Thank you, Jackson.